Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Tuesday, December 6, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus, if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. And make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Los Angeles is hot and playing its best basketball of the year, with Davis leading the team back from the dead. The former Kentucky Wildcat is now leading the NBA in player efficiency rating with a 32.77 per. It's becoming wholly apparent why James ditched Cleveland, again, for Los Angeles, as Davis's stardom is as bright as ever. There may be a trade in his future, but for now, Westbrook is also faring better off the pine. His trade value is certainly higher than it was this off-season and could fetch La the pieces it needs to make a legitimate playoff run. For now, though, he's the spark plug the Lakers can count on as their 6th man. The Cavs are 10-1 straight up at home, and when Mitchell is on, he's as cool as Damian Lillard in the clutch. Los Angeles may not have anyone who can check him one-on-one, but I don't expect that will be the deciding factor. In this matchup, Davis should feast with Allen sidelined against a Cavs team that's average at rim defense. Los Angeles, meanwhile, is taking the highest percentage of shots at the rim, 43.3% in the NBA. The Lakers, 4-0 ATS in their last 4 road games, will cover the spread at least, but I'm betting on an outright victory. Go with Los Angeles moneyline. Cleveland is allowing the fewest points per game this year, but have been dealing with nagging injuries to some of their supporting cast. Forward Dean Wade will be out approximately 3 to 4 weeks after sustaining a left shoulder injury in the first half of Friday night's win over Orlando. Kevin Love has been in and out of the lineup, and Jarrett Allen will likely miss this game. After they scored 81 points in their last game against New York, they should be able to get it going again and approach 100 points. The total has gone over in 7 of 8 meetings at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse between these clubs. Take the over. Miami Heat vs Detroit Pistons. This one is going to be interesting as both teams will have squared off against Memphis in their previous contest. Detroit has had their issues with injuries this season, and having Cunningham still out of the mix is a big blow for them. The first overall pick in last year's draft has played solid basketball when on the floor, but without him, it's a bit more of a challenge for the Pistons to be a cohesive unit. Losing Livers is not as big of a blow, but it does play a role in shuffling the rotation, as he had pushed into the starting lineup last month. Miami is getting healthy as they saw Harrow and Butler return recently. While the second game of a back-to-back situation is always a shaky spot since you don't know if guys will play, the fact remains that the Pistons are a bad team that is struggling on the defensive end of the floor. Look for the Heat to come up with a home victory here. Take the Miami Heat. The Heat enters this one 26th in the league in scoring offense, with 109.5 points per game this season. Miami is 27th in the league in rebounding with 41.2 boards a contest, while the team stands 19th in assists by dishing out 23.9 dimes a night. The Heat stands 9th in the league in scoring defense, as they allow 110.3 points per game. Jimmy Butler leads the team with 21.2 points, 7.2 rebounds and 5.9 assists per contest. Tyler Harrow kicks in 18.9 points plus 6.4 boards a night, while Bam Adebayo chips in 21 points plus 9.1 rebounds per contest. Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry, 14.8 points, 6 assists, Dwayne Dedmon, Max Struss, 15.1 points, Caleb Martin, 11.2 points, 5 boards, and Gabe Vincent are solid role players for the Heat. Miami is 25th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 45.2% from the floor this season. The Heat stands 14th in threes per game by draining 11.9 triples per contest, and the team is 24th in three-point shooting by hitting 33.7% from beyond the arc. On the year, the Pistons are 23rd in the league in scoring offense as they average 110.1 points a game. Detroit is 23rd in rebounding with an average of 42.5 boards per contest and 27th in assists by dishing out 21.9 dimes a night. The Pistons are 29th in the league in scoring defense as they give up an average of 118.2 points per contest. Bojan Bogdanovic is leading the team in scoring for the Pistons as he puts up 20.6 points per game. Cade Cunningham, 19.9 points, 6.2 rebounds, 6 assists, Jaden Ivey, 15.9 points, 4.9 rebounds, 4.3 assists, Alec Burks, 13.9 points, Saddiq Bey, 14.6 points, 4.7 rebounds, Marvin Bagley III, 12.9 points, 6.8 boards, and Isaiah Stewart, 12 points, 8.9 rebounds, have been decent secondary options. Isaiah Livers, Jalen Duren, Corey Joseph, Hamidou Diallo, Killian Hayes and Kevin Knox too are looked at to be contributors for coach Dwayne Casey. Detroit is 28th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 44.7% from the floor as a team. The Pistons are 22nd in the league in threes per game as they hit 11 triples per contest, while they are 21st in three-point percentage as they connect on 33.8% of their attempts from beyond the arc. With two bad offenses playing and one team on a back-to-back, I like the under here. As mentioned, Miami has a lot of key players banged up with minor injuries, and on a back-to-back, they may not play or get fewer minutes. As well, this season, the Pistons are playing at a pace of 99.7, which ranks 21st, while they have an offensive efficiency of 107.5, which ranks 25th. Miami, meanwhile, has an offensive efficiency of 108, which ranks 24th, while they play at a pace of 100.1, which ranks 19th. On the back-to-back, Miami may try and slow the pace down to get fewer possessions for both, which is why I like the under. Detroit is averaging 112.5 ppg in their last 10 games, while Miami is averaging 108.1 ppg in their last 10, and the Heat's defense is better than the Pistons who have been playing lately. Take the under here. Denver Nuggets vs Dallas Mavericks. The Nuggets were quite shorthanded in those two games against Dallas in November, missing both Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. This time around, Denver is without Michael Porter Jr., heel, while Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, wrist, is questionable to play. The Mavericks, on the other side, might miss Christian Wood due to illness. I'm expecting Nikola Jokic to torture the Mavericks in the paint, especially if Wood remains on the shelf. The Nuggets should be motivated to improve on the defensive side of the ball after a couple of straight losses, while the Mavericks will continue to lean on their three-point shooting. There will be tired legs among the Mavs after a tough matchup against the Suns on Monday night, so I'm going with the Nuggets to cover. Take the Denver Nuggets ATS. The Dallas Mavericks are in action Monday night against the Phoenix Suns and will be on the second leg of the back-to-back for this game against Denver. On Saturday, they thoroughly dismantled the New York Knicks 121-100 at Madison Square Garden. Luka Doncic had a game-high 30 points, and Tim Hardaway Jr. chipped in 28 points against his former team. Spencer Dinwiddie dropped 17 points for the Mavs, which outscored New York 69-41 in the second half for just its second win in 7 games. The Nuggets could not contain Jose Alvarado as they served up over 120 points in a 121-106 road loss to the New Orleans Pelicans Sunday. Nikola Jokic had 32 points and 16 rebounds for the Nuggets, who have lost 2 straight after 4 straight victories. Aaron Gordon scored 19 points, and Jamal Murray added 18. Denver committed 19 turnovers, which led to 18 Pelicans points. Jose Alvarado scored a career-high 38 points. He hit 12 of 19 shots and missed just 3 of his 11 three-point attempts. They failed to allocate any bodies on him defensively, and he was left wide open at times. Nikola Jokic dropped 32 points and 16 rebounds in Denver's last game, a 121-106 loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. Denver leads the NBA in field goal percentage, and Jokic is a huge reason why. As a team, they are averaging 115.4 points per game, good for 9th in the NBA. Both teams rank in the bottom third in pace, but I anticipate this being a high-scoring Western Conference affair. Dallas is in action Monday, but expect their full lineup to be available for this game. Take the over with confidence. Take the over here.